The Cosmic Cosmos of UFOs. For many decades, I have studied UFOs and I have had some direct experience with the subject. In 1980, when I was a young airman in the USAF, that's the United States Air Force, I had an interaction with a young lieutenant. He wanted me to join the Air Force choir because he had heard me singing some songs as I was struggling to learn my first chords on a little guitar someone gave me that got me started on my lifelong song collection. "We like you 1960s peace and love types," he said. Not because I had long hair and a beard, but because I had enlisted in the Air Force as a conscientious objector, non-violent support only for religious reasons, so he had me pegged. The lieutenant said, "You hippie types make the best NCOs." He laughed. And believe me, I can't say much about it. But when I was up in Minnesota, I saw some things that were literally out of this world. Although I have read many books on the subject and seen hours and hours of video and actual footage, I have never seen any typical flying saucers or been abducted or missed time that I can recall. I feel once in a dream the aliens took me for a ride. I remember a lovely realistic view of the countryside from high above in the first blue light of dawn, and I remember sitting up in my bed after the dream. Once, on a youth center camping trip when I was a young teen, 15 of us sat in a field on Sleeping Beauty Mountain and counted 9 stars that were making slow, right-angled turns in the sky, which, of course, is impossible. Once, while waiting for the Perseid meteor showers, I saw a silent plane flying over the remote field I was sitting in. As I watched, its red and green lights flashing, I could swear the plane didn't come from the trees, but appeared out of a flash of white light, and then proceeded across the starry sky for a moment like a silent plane, flashing the typical red and green lights. As I was second-guessing myself, the plane disappeared again into a flash of white light. Later, when my twin brother Jack came out of his tent to watch the shooting stars, we saw over 250 that night, I was telling him about the strange phenomena when it happened again, and he witnessed it too. The subject of UFOs is a frustrating subject to study because no matter what the writer of the book or movie is telling you about the military knowing all about it, or about a runaway advanced civilization hidden from the public, or a surreal dreamlike cosmic school to advance our enlightenment and evolution, or a vast genetic experiment to create a hybrid human gray alien race, or reptilians ruling planet Earth since Samaria, or advanced and stunningly beautiful Palladians from the Pleiades star system trying to enlighten us to our folly and open our minds to the great cosmic potential, or Nazi scientists and U.S. military back engineering space technology. All these theories, and many more, all reach the same conclusion. We have no idea what's going on here and can do nothing about it, so we better keep it ultra top cosmic mystic secret. I believe that the truth lies, as all truths seem to always lie, in symbolic reality. And this is something I have studied too with a passion that has consumed a lifetime. There is an element of the mystical often associated with these visits from the stars. Even spiritual and certainly psychological elements seem to make these encounters often a surreal dreamtime experience. They are often sexual, and sometimes violent or intrusive or horrifying. There are many reports, though, that are very much like a dream or a near-death experience, complete with deceased beloved family, friends, or lovers appearing with the little spooky gray aliens, or other types of mythical or fantastic creatures, both beautiful and horrible. There are many that are sublime experiences, that are inspiring, enlightening, prophetic, or even cosmic in nature. There are many witnessed by crowds of people, and those that are telepathic or that interact with certain people or that attract them. Abductees speak of being shown what they believed were future natural disasters and being asked if they would help the people being homeless, starving, hurt, or killed. It was as if these telepathic creatures were devoid of emotions, or sought to understand compassion, or were curious about our merciless disregard for the suffering of others. Our scientists are discovering every day that in our local galaxy there are countless planets circling around stars everywhere. In a galaxy of billions of stars, and in a universe of billions of uncountable galaxies and galaxy threads and clusters, the odds are astronomically against there not being life forms and even civilizations, some much older and more advanced than our own, out there among the immensity that is our universe. But if you also imagine that beyond the realm of the 13 billion light years we can see with our instruments, there is the possible cosmic cosmos described by quantum physics, a dual state of consciousness as a particle of matter or as a limitless potential waveform of pure energy that exists simultaneously in a timeless multiverse of limitless and infinite universes. Many enlightened scientists, philosophers, and mystics even further speculate that there could be infinite dimensions of psychic life forms of pure energetic form. A cosmic limitless infinity within infinity of the greater cosmic cosmos, both outward into physical space and inward into the collective conscious and unconscious infinity within us all. It is even possible that we, as an individuated conscious focus, can experience this unending variety of this double infinity over and over and over again in every conceivable way throughout the endless drama of ever-evolving ages, living lifetimes over and over throughout history and on other dimensions, as dreams that seem real to us every time, informed by our forgotten immortal experience in the collective unconscious outside of time and space. This is really the ultimate and ever mysterious cosmic riddle of eternal existence, a never-ending mystery wrapped in an eternal enigma, with infinite infinities expanding out in all directions, that can really boggle the egocentric and moment-focused human mind. If such an expansive cosmic cosmos indeed exists, and if our dreaming mind can connect with it in some way, then symbolic reality becomes the language that is more precise than words, and can convey emotion as well as intellect. That is why the understanding of symbolic, psychological, and psychic knowledge is key to understanding the essential truths. It is the wise and mystical device used by the ancient myth-makers of the early civilizations of Greek and Rome, and the Hebrews that we base so much of our world on today. Before them were the strange cultures of Egypt, Sumeria, and the Mayans, which all seem somehow related, along with the very ancient Hindus and the Babylonians and other pre-Hindu and Arab and other native cultures that seem to have many tales of those that to earth from heaven came. And there are ancient stories of pre-flood or end of the Ice Age civilizations now being unearthed from a time of legends, that were all about the alien rulers of the skies, giants and angels, and that interbred with humans. Some believe the aliens of old were the genetic engineers of the human race, who shared their technology with their early cultures and returned for slave labor to mine gold and other resources for them. The superior beings apparently were seduced by the sensuality and beauty of humans, and were also having cosmic nuclear battles in the solar system that destroyed the civilization on Mars and wiped out a planet that is now the asteroid field between Mars and Jupiter. These early and ancient cultures seem to have a psychic energy technology that we do not, and definitely have knowledge of our Earth and solar system that we, with our technological instruments, are just now beginning to understand. Some believe the aliens have bases all over our solar system, and they share them with the US and other secret militaries of Earth. Bases on the moon, along with the remains of ancient glass structures created by a vanished human culture in antiquity, or aliens maybe, they're not sure. And many report that they have been to military bases on Mars and the moons of Jupiter. One high-ranking U.S. Army general seen on video saying, "We have the technology now to send ET home." In fact, they say that Saturn is really a technical device to spy on us. Some say, very seriously, that Saturn is a broadcast of a halo matrix that, along with the moon, which is artificial and hollow, was created by a reptilian race to enslave the human race in a hologram matrix of submission. These frightening satanic reptilians from another dimension live on fear and child molestation and dark bloody rites of human sacrifice and satanic rituals in secret groves and mansions. They say these hateful creatures are shapeshifters from another dimension, reptilian overlords that live many lifetimes and are ruling us through the bloodlines of royal families, financial families of ancient wealth, presidents, politicians, and celebrities, controlled by elite secret occult societies of the ancient Masons or the Illuminati. Yes, no doubt this is the ultimate rabbit hole of cosmic dimensions. To study and write about this subject, it helps to have a healthy skepticism, but to also keep an open mind to the imaginative possibilities. I have been a psychic pioneer going deep into the inner frontier of imagination and vision and symbolic thought, revealed in dreams, synchronicity, tarot, I Ching, and interactions with animals, spirits, ghosts, and the infinite realms and creatures of the imagination. I love movies, books, theaters, and cosmic tales of power. I enjoy fantasy and science fiction, psychic phenomena, near-death experiences, and I have written thousands of pages in my novels, books, and poems about my research and experiences with this symbolic reality of what I call the poetic mind of the universe. Even Star Trek and Star Wars and X-Files and other movies, TV shows, and media are said to be complicit in this deep, dark cosmic conspiracy of conspiracies, an urban legend on acid. Alien crashes, captured UFOs and alien bodies, majestic 12 scientists, high-ranking military, and even our presidents are said to be in on the secret fact that we do not rule the Earth. It is ruled secretly by advanced civilizations and always has been since the beginning of humanity. As with all conspiracies, there are prophets and assassinated truth-tellers and hoaxes and unexplainable phenomena like the lights in the sky witnessed by millions across the globe, or the evocative and mysterious crop circles that are artistically beautiful and symbolically and scientifically intense, created in moments, with extreme energy of some kind that lingers in them and is felt by people as a spiritual blessing, and sometimes even as a miraculous healing. These wonderful and intricately complex crop circles are impossible to adequately explain or disproved by simpler human imitations. Regardless of what you want to or do not want to believe, There is something going on in the outer infinity of space, and it is somehow connected to the inner space of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and dreams. I will say that I believe the secret to understanding the great mystery of the universe is to understand that it is all alive, inside of all things, from subatomic particles to the unimaginable vastness of our local universe, through the possible cosmic conscious cosmos, is conscious awareness. It is all alive inside, just like you and I, the plant and animal life around us, the elemental forces of wind, water, earth, and fire, subatomic particles, molecules, cells, moons, planets, stars, galaxies, galaxy clusters, our local universe, the multiverses, and the poetic mind of it all, that I like to call the universe, is all alive inside, with inner awareness of its own degree and type, each individual and totally unique. There is the basic pattern or lattice of consciousness, the galaxies and threads and clusters that are the structure of the universe we have discovered through our telescopes, is the same structure that is in our amazing brains, neurons, and synapses. The root systems and fungi in the forest underground is a large consciousness common to all the plants in the forest, connected underground in a branching system like our cosmos and our human brains. Our mechanical computer brains receive and define and focus human consciousness and express it through the five senses in time and space to create the art of personality, a jewel of a singular point of view, focused and moment-centered in egocentric time, a singular focus of an infinite and cyclic continuum of history, to fulfill the soul's desire for direct knowledge and experience of the great cosmic mind we all share, that I call the poetic mind of the universe. This is our cosmic connection to the collective consciousness of the whole universe, of multidimensional multiverses, that allows cyclic consciousness to explore forever the unfolding drama of the ages of consciousness in all variations and in all dimensions. This is the eternal journey we are all sharing with all the beings that exist, just like we do, on infinite dimensions and infinite universes that are ever fresh and ever evolving, lifetime after lifetime, in the physical dimensions and in the psychic dimensions, forever enjoying the mysterious poetic mind that is always unfolding another mystery. And yes, there is also the silent oneness that exists as pure refined consciousness, and it is this shining, living, loving light that is the selfless core of the perfected consciousness of unconditional acceptance and complete love, the eternally creative mind of the great cosmos of which we and all the universe are an essential part. It is this poetic creative mind that we possess that spins our symbolic dreams when our bodies are dormant in sleep or death, and which weaves personal symbolic messages into our daily life in the form of meaningful coincidences or synchronicities that prove that experience and consciousness are united. The universe creates these cosmic and meaningful coincidental connections between the individual perception and the chaos of events, because the part of consciousness that is the unity of all things, that great selfless constant witness in the still center of all being, uses symbolic language to inspire and encourage us to think mythically and symbolically about life. This loving consciousness of all things wants us individuals to know the secret of the universe. The meaning of life is that life has meaning. It has only one desire left, to love and be loved. The poetic mind wants us to know that it knows and cares what we are going through deep inside, because we are one with the universe in the core of our being, and so is the whole cosmic cosmos. The symbol of the Big Bang is the essential dream of the ever-expanding mystery, exploding out from unity consciousness, the still void of pure being without any desire or dreams left to dream, except the one great desire to love and be loved. That is where it all begins and ends. But only through differentiation and duality can consciousness really realize itself in its full and infinite majesty of impeccable and eternal perfection. Human consciousness is the universe appreciating itself and what it has created in glowing, animated, and swirling perfection, spinning around and around in a spiral of ever unfolding and evolving consciousness. We are beginning to unfold the veil that will soon reveal the living cosmos filled with tenacious life in all forms throughout all the multiverses of infinite variety, including the non-corporeal dimensions of pure thought. I believe what I have seen and what I have heard from many witnesses that tell me our solar system and all solar systems are alive with life forms and civilizations imagined in Star Trek and Star Wars, and in ancient tales, monuments, and carvings, and the mounting video evidence of stranger things in our skies and in our dreams. We all are the stars that we all are. I do not believe or disbelieve any of the various theories presented here. I am skeptical of it all, but I also have seen much of the symbolic and psychic world myself, and I know that it is real, eternal, symbolic, and alive. I keep an open mind to the possibility that all of it could be true. Let me close by saying that I claim no exclusive right on truth. This is just my supposition. I might be right or wrong. Believe what you will, or nothing at all, and write your own song.